So hey, welcome back to TWC Projects and back down here at Placid Knoll, as you can tell because of the sawmill. And I thought I was going to cut down a tree today to do this, but luckily I found a log that was big enough because I needed to make some 6x6s out of it, and still need to cut them up in 36-inch lengths because they're going to go over here on the pads, cement pads that we poured, and I'll do the 2 on each one this way, and then I've got to build some rails going all the way down the full 20 feet, 1 on each side, and then we're going to move the sawmill over here, which will be so much nicer. Not only because I can have a longer, put the rest of the track on and cut a little bit longer boards, but also because we actually have a much more level surface here to operate on, to come in with the tractor. And when I set logs in, I'm not, on a hill trying to figure out how to do them and then dropping them and banging them around. I can come in more evenly, more level, and set the log on. So that's the plan. That's what we're working on. Let's get back to it and see what we can get done. All right, so let me catch you up on what I'm doing here. As you saw before, of course, we cut the 6x6s on the sawmill, and then I cut them to length at 36 inches and stained them. And now I'm putting together the base frame for the mill and extended mill. And I'm using these 6x6s that I cut a while back. Now some of them have a little bit of twist, as you can see on the end. So I'm going to gradually try to pull that twist out by using the table pipe clamp there, and then you know, keep working my way down Might even put some more up in here too, but for now I'm not sure how much wood I'll have left, so I've got to finish the other side. And of course these weren't long enough, unfortunately. This is what I had, and none of them were 10 footers. If they were, I could have just used 2 lengthwise, or 4 in all, but instead I had to do a little bit of a different style. I did the 45 cuts on these just so that the weight would be distributed better on those. I think that'll work better than just having a squared off one. It also helps with the twisting a little bit. So let's see what else. You see I'm using a circular saw now instead of the chainsaw. The chainsaw is work, but it just, it's too rough, and I had to go by, like, I only had the 3-inch decking nails before, so I went and bought 3.5, another 5 pounds of the 3.5-inch decking nails, and those are much better because these are true. That's one of the problems with using true 2x4s, 2 inches. You know, if you're using like store-bought stuff, they're only like 1 3/4 inches, so no problem with a 3-inch nail is perfect for that. But with the 2-inch board, you're only getting 1 inch of bite into the other board. So I went to 3.5. That's working perfectly. So when I went and got that, I'm like, you know what? I just need a decent circular saw anyway. My old Porta cables, just the old 12 volt or whatever they were. Yeah, they don't. I couldn't. The thing's beyond use. It's probably 20-something years old. So I went ahead and broke down, and well, it was on sale, so I got a nice little 6.5-inch DeWalt saw, and I had the bigger battery for my impact wrench, so I was able to use that 5-amp battery on that. So much faster, cleaner cuts now, easier, and so I'm working it down. I've got most of the box done. I just got to do that side and the cross members, and then stand it up and try to stain at least the underside. I don't think I have enough stain to do the whole thing, but we'll do that. And that's probably about as far as we'll get today. We'll see. But and then the next video we'll actually move the whole mill, take the whole thing apart. Here's I brought down my extension, so this will give us that extra 77 inches, so I can cut up to 16-foot boards, and hopefully I can get this level and straight, and we'll be in good shape. So I thought I'd pause for a second. Oh, also I thought I should mention, ordinarily I wouldn't just mill a tree and then stain it right away, because that would be a problem if it was still wet. But this thing had been drying for 2 years almost, a cant. So there's only bark really on kind of one side. The other 3 sides were open. So it was really dry. It was fine. And I could also tell it was so much lighter than when I originally cut it down. So it had dried out well. So I wasn't worried about staining it fresh off the mill, because like I said, I think it was pretty well dry. And these have been drying. These pine boards I did, oh, I don't know, 6 months ago or so. So they've dried well. I think they're going to be fine to stain as well. So I think we're good with that, but thought I'd catch you up. Let's keep going. All right, so I think we're at a good stopping point here. I was short. I need another 22 inch, 22 and a quarter. Actually, I probably need 2 more because this one ended up being too short. I don't know what happened to it when I cut it, but I cut it short. So I need 2 more of those, but everything else pretty good. It doesn't look perfectly level. It looks like there's a little bit of a dip in it. So I'll mess with that the next time I get out here, but at least I got the bulk of it done. And I just need to stain it, get those other 2 boards on there, and then start taking apart the sawmill, and we'll add in those new rails and new parts. So it's looking all right. Just about done. Looks like it's got a little bit of a twist this way and this way, so I'll probably, once I put some weight on it, I'll crank it in a little bit. But that was the biggest challenge. A lot of these boards, you know, they're not perfect. They're rough cut, and some twisted a little bit. So, you know, if you don't strap them or put enough pressure and weight on them while they're drying, they'll do that. And I probably didn't. These were on the top, so they are what they are. But again, for this purpose, it worked perfectly fine. And it's all right. We're getting there. We're close. Very close. So I'm going to wrap it up here. And on the next video, truly, I promise, I'll get it done, even if it means I just have to keep recording until it's done. So thank you for joining me as always. Thank you for helping me create things, fix things, and enjoy God's amazing creation outside, even when it's really hot and muggy like it's been the last 2 days. But power through, drink lots of water. All good. I'm just glad it's not pouring rain. And so I was able to get a lot done and bring you along with me. So thank you for subscribing, hitting the bell to get notified when new ones come out. Hit the like if you like it. And until next time, have a fantastic week, and I will see you on the next project.